Hi, I'm Brian Kellerman, the Chief Quality and Safety Officer at Kellerman Consulting, and this is our video series on dietary supplement manufacturing. For this video series, we are going to detail how to create a dietary supplement program to comply with 21 CFR 111. In each of these episodes, we will explore how to properly set up a master manufacturing record, testing program, and operational controls to meet regulatory requirements, as well as to ultimately comply with CGMP standards for NSF or GFSI voluntary third-party certification programs. Before we dive into all these logistical requirements, we want to start with some background on the difficult issues that surround dietary supplements and the big picture regulatory requirements in managing a properly functioning dietary supplement program. Let's provide background on what a dietary supplement is and how they are classified. According to the FDA, a dietary supplement is a product intended for ingestion that, among other requirements, contains a dietary ingredient intended to supplement the diet. Dietary supplements are edible or drinkable products that provide specific nutrients, including minerals, vitamins, or other active ingredients to the consumer. Most people are familiar with vitamins like vitamin C or D, minerals like calcium and iron, and probiotics that deliver a specified quantity per unit. These usually come in drops, powders, tablets, or capsules. Dietary supplements can contain a wide assortment of plant, animal, and mineral-based substances that provide an active ingredient to supplement the food in your diet. You may be familiar with supplements such as St. John's wort, echinacea, bone meal, and similar substances available at health food and nutritional retailers. Like a drug, these active ingredients must be present in a specified quantity that meets FDA standards for accuracy and safety. Similar to food, all other ingredients found in the product must also be listed for the customer. Dietary supplement regulations in the United States are complex and somewhat controversial. The primary aspect that makes dietary supplement regulations difficult to manage for both manufacturers and regulators is that many of these vitamins, minerals, and plant or animal-derived substances have purported traditional medicinal, spiritual, or healing properties, but a dietary supplement is not a medicine. The Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act considers dietary supplements to be foods unless the product can be defined as a drug. Medicines are regulated in entirely separate ways from dietary supplements and require long trials of multiple years and pre-approval by the FDA. Medicines, whether they are edible or subject to other means of intake, require careful clinical studies and trials for the efficacy and dangers they may pose, and manufacturers are required to identify and declare all known side effects to the consumer. Medicines are also either over-the-counter or prescribed by a doctor, and this must be determined by regulators prior to their sales to customers. Dietary supplements are only sold in the same manner as food, which are available to purchase to any customer without restrictions at the retail level. Because dietary supplements are neither medicine nor drug, none of these potential medical benefits are allowed to be advertised on any dietary supplement. This is problematic for manufacturers or purveyors of dietary supplements because it is easy to see the potential profitability of a low-cost and readily available substance that offers relief and protection from serious illness. Often, manufacturers entering into the dietary supplement space are either unaware or resistant to regulations prohibiting the marketing of medicinal benefits for dietary supplements. Where claims connecting dietary supplements with medicinal properties are made on product packaging, websites, or other marketing materials, regulators will act quickly to remove those products from the marketplace, which can be costly and disruptive to dietary supplement businesses. If you have started or are considering beginning production of dietary supplements, we very strongly recommend that a regulatory review of the labels and advertisement be conducted prior to your first sale. We are all familiar with advertisements for medicine and drugs. What we don't always realize is that the cost of developing these medicines and their associated advertisements are enormous. New medicines subject to clinical trials frequently fail and the development cost is lost. Again, dietary supplements are not subject to these types of clinical trial requirements, and because they do not face the burden of proof of safety, they are not permitted to carry any claims that would imply medical benefit. However, Limited and general statements of health benefits, usually accompanied by statements that the FDA has not evaluated these claims, are frequently permitted. Kellerman Consulting strongly recommends that all dietary supplement labels go through a regulatory review by a qualified person or third party to assure that any claims of health benefits will not be deemed unacceptable to regulators. Now that we've had a chance to review the background issues around how dietary supplements are defined, regulated, and marketed, we are ready to focus on the operational aspects of dietary supplements. In our next episode, we are going to look at regulatory requirements for dietary supplements found in 21 CFR 111. Thank you for watching. For more food safety training videos and resources, please check out our website at kellermanconsulting.com and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and follow us on LinkedIn.